Naughty Narratives, your weekly dose of hot takes, plot twists, and unfiltered book talk with your favorite romance-obsessed besties, Maddie and Kyla.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome back. Episode 24.
We're rocking it.
We are. We're here to tell you guys that we definitely did not finish this book.
Nope. I wish I had sound effects to add into this. I don't even know. Oh.
I know. An
Neither one of
explosion
us
of something. No. This one was rough. We read Fireborne by Rosaria Munda.
If we're butchering your name, sorry.
Yeah, so sorry.
I also kind of hope you just don't listen.
Yeah. I think maybe I went into it expecting a little bit too much, but also this is the first book that I have DNF'd in a long time.
I think it's funny that we both thought it was because we were in a reading slump. Like, I wish I could share our text messages and maybe we'll conclude them in a social media post or something.
Mhm.
It was literally like we texted each other like, this book is so hard to finish. And I was like, oh, thank God you feel the same way because I am trying. I am putting every effort. I started reading it, couldn't get into it, the physical copies that I was listening to it, and I couldn't get into it that way either. And I kept finding myself just zoning out, not listening because I just could not.
God, I kind of wish I would have tried the audiobook because I did the same thing. The first day I tried reading it, it just wasn't going well. I thought that there were too many distractions. So I left the room and sat by myself and tried to read and opted to scroll on TikTok instead. And then the next day I was like, okay, I really have to power through this. I don't have any more time. And no, I just kept, I told Alex the whole way home today, I was like, I just can't bring myself to even pick it up. I don't like it.
Listen, I literally chose to actually work today at work. And I'm a person that'll read any day of the week, like damn, but I could not get into this, and I thought maybe I'm working on part of the story, and I'm getting really into a book that I'm writing, and so I was like, maybe that's why. And then I put that down, and I look at it for 3 days, and I still couldn't get into the book.
No, it was rough. And that's saying something, because we have read a few that have been rough, in my opinion, where I have powered through, but this one the minute I had confirmation from you today, I was like, I'm not fucking touching it. I'm done.
I still tried. I listened to it all the way home from work, and I was like, if I keep listening to it, I will finish it like 5 minutes before the episode. And I walked in the front door, and I went, no. And halfway is it for me, guys.
Yep. I will say, let's see, I got to page 304.
I was listening to it. I have no idea how far I got into it.
I liked the concept. Like, it was a good idea.
It was, and if I ever, I don't know, I'd have to be in a very specific mood. I might try to go back to it sometime. Maybe if I have literally nothing else on the face of the planet to read. But for me, and this is a personal thing, and I kind of talked to you about this, but like the switching of the POVs so much really killed it for me. And I love that I got different points of view. Like that's fine. But 3 or 4 or 5 times in a single chapter blows.
When we were going, I mean, there are a few sections where you go back and forth through their POV like 3 times on 2 separate pages. And that, it's just chaotic. it's hard to keep track of what is happening to who and keep it separate also because a lot of their storyline is intertwined. But
Right.
oh, I don't know. I did enjoy parts of it. Like there is a part of me that does want to finish it because I do like the actual story of it. I like what they're doing, but it takes so goddamn long
To get everybody's point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to apologize if anybody can hear the toddler crying. We put her down for bed. She doesn't want to go to bed. So, but, yeah, no, that's how I felt too. Is I was just like I love Annie. I love Annie's character,
Mm-hmm.
and I love Lee, but I just can't be just back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. I'm like,
No, it's so
pick a
confusing.
character for like a whole chapter, and then switch back, or even half a chapter, like whatever.
And I get it if you want to insert little things here and there. I get that too. You know, that happens. That's fine. But the constant was definitely rough. I have to say the other confusing part to me and something that I found infuriating, and maybe it's just because I was not the type in high school that liked to deal with drama or wanted to hear about who was dating who. But who the fuck was dating who? Like, what the hell was that? Because it starts off kind of like you almost think that Lee and Annie are kind of an item at first, and then it immediately throws her into Duck. And
then you think they're an item.
But then immediately it switches back to her and Lee, and it's like, what? And then Krissa enters, and it's like, no.
I don't even think I got to the point where Krissa with Lee.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there was some kind of insinuations where, like, when he went out to the party with her and got drunk, and that, like, I was kind of like, okay. And then I was like, oh, well, maybe this will be good for him because it almost feels like his relationship to Annie is weird and causing some, I don't know what's happening there. And then, so I was like, maybe Krissa will be a good thing for him. But then he's like so focused on Annie that I don't think he realizes Krissa even likes him.
They like have this weird, like, kind of just like fuck buddies, basically. They meet up after class in the nest of one of their dragons and they make out or bone. I don't know which one. It didn't give enough detail, but there wasn't. It had them at the party and they like kissed a little and then they were getting attacked, so that ended. And then the next scene, she was telling him that he sucked, basically, and that he was hurting her feelings, but it didn't matter because she wanted it too. So they were going to be this, I don't know, item or not item, because he's still trying to mess with Annie too. I don't.
The whole thing is just so weird. Ugh.
It was driving me insane.
I'm all good for some like weird romantic contention, whatever, but it just felt, some of it felt forced.
Yeah.
There's a reason I couldn't get into it. There was also parts of it I didn't quite understand, like the medal ranking system.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have a blood test to say what rank they're in, but obviously that doesn't really seem to matter anymore much.
No, because then they go to school and they take a test, and depending on where they test, they get ranked, because that's what Duck's sister ends up ranking bronze or something like that. Mm-hmm. So
iron, I think she's iron.
Or iron, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because she's dyslexic. Is that kind of that's the?
Yeah. I don't know. I also really hated Power's character. He was a Jack Barlow 2.0, and I did not enjoy him. I understood his character and why he was there, but he pissed me off.
The one that pissed me off was Power. Maybe I didn't get far enough for him to have a redemption arc, but
Yeah, that's. No, I don't think he. Well, as far as I am, he still hasn't really gotten one. I mean, he kind of helps train Annie for like a minute and helps her learn spillovers, but
that's good.
then after that, they go back to hating each other. So I don't know.
See, I think that's part of it. Is I would have liked maybe. I don't know. It all felt like it was weird, romantic. I guess they're all traumatized kids. That was the one part of it that I kind of did actually really enjoy, is that they all have a past,
Mm-hmm.
and it bleeds through, which it totally would. I mean, and
Right.
watching what happened to his family and all of that, and what Annie witnessed, like all of that would totally, absolutely bleed through to today. And so,
Mm-hmm.
that I totally get.
Yeah. Well, and competing against your own brothers, that would be insanely hard to watch, too, especially when they're competing against like people like Power, who suck.
I don't know, and maybe I need to finish this just because I do have questions. I want to know if whatever the top guy is that caused the whole fucking revolution, if he actually knows who Leo is.
Altius or whatever
Yeah,
his name
yeah,
is.
yeah.
I'm curious about that too, because it doesn't really make sense to me that he would save him and say that he would be safe and have a future, and then, like, as a child, he gets picked.
Yeah, 2 years later, and you don't
So,
recognize him.
yeah, so
Like, how
that just
fucked up
doesn't.
did you beat that little kid that you couldn't recognize him 2 years later? But
Yeah.
his family tutor recognizes him 10
Exactly.
years later.
It just didn't really. See, there are plot holes. There are lots of little plot holes.
That's why I like, he's got to know, right? And then
Mhm.
I'm like, maybe he doesn't. And then I'm like,
Well,
I
some
don't
of
know.
the conversations they have throughout kind of insinuate that Altius does know. Like, I don't know if you got as far as the Lycian or Lycian ball that they have,
That's where I ended. It was like right after that.
where they're all talking at dinner and he speaks in dragon tongue, and everybody just kind of like Altius gives a look to Hane, and it's like, do you know? Do you not know? Clearly, Annie knows something because she won't hold your hand whenever it gets brought up. She like realizes that you suck as a human, or your parents did. I don't know. There was just a lot going on everywhere.
So much going on. And that was part of the, like, I'm like, what is,
Mm-hmm.
I don't, like, what, uh
I will say the dragons were cool. I liked pretty much everything that went with them. I mean, I would have liked to hear more about the dragons, just because.
and their relationships with their
Yeah,
writers. Yeah.
because I mean, you kind of hear about their connection, but
Right. And that's like something that's like, those things are what make me want to finish the book.
mm-hmm.
I want to know more about the dragons, and I do want to finish like the storyline of it. I just have a hard time getting through all of the other bullshit.
And there's 3 books.
And I don't know if this is her first one that she's ever published.
I don't know, actually.
Won
That's a
the
good question.
Fantasy's Best Suit. I don't know. Is it in the acknowledgements?
I don't know. I wonder what else she has.
Fireborne is her first novel. Well, now I feel like shit.
Don't listen to this podcast.
We're being a little critical, but like, I want to go back. I want to read more.
That's the thing. It's not that I don't want to finish it, because I do have the want to finish it. It's muddling through all of that crap that doesn't matter. I think that you could probably get rid of a good 150 pages of just fluff that no one really cares about.
Listen, I promise I will update everyone if I finish the book, and I will try. I was unable to in the 2 weeks that we had.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know if it was me. I don't know. And I was really excited for this one. So maybe
I was too. I don't know. Because I don't know. I still have questions. I want to know more about Lee and what's going to happen there. Like, are they going to figure out who he is? Or is Julie going to out him somehow? But I have a feeling I'm not going to find any of that out in this book. And I don't know that I can will myself to purchase and read the next one.
Valid. I'm just so perplexed, I think. I don't know. Like, there's just so much. Maybe what I'll do. Well, I'll be like that person that separates a book out, and I will tab all the places that are Lee's point of view, and I'll tab all the places that are Annie's point of view, and just read it from Lee's point of view, or read it from Annie's point of view, because I really think that's 90% of my problem. Is I get so lost, and maybe that's because of my head stuff. As I get so lost reading the different points of view, where I'm like, this is what's happening. Wait, no, it's not. Wait, yes, it is. I have no idea anymore.
There were so many times when I would turn the page and start reading again and be like, wait, what the fuck? And have to go back because whatever I just read is not what I just read.
I was very thankful that I was listening to it because there were 2 different voice actors for each. So I always knew who was talking. And in that way, I was thankful. But it's too much.
Yeah. That one. I don't know. I did enjoy the side characters, and like you said, I did enjoy that everybody got a background. I do think that was cool, and I appreciated getting to actually hear the little bits and pieces of those backgrounds, like just so it felt like you knew the characters a little bit better. But I don't know. I think I would give it 3 stars, honestly, even with not finishing it. 3 or 3.5 is probably where
I agree.
I'm gonna try to rate it.
Power through it before I fully rate it. I'll listen to it on my to and from work, but
that's why I haven't pulled out my bookmark because I want to, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it to and from work. That's an hour and a half each day, so that'll kind of give me I'll be done with it by the end of the week if I do it that way, and maybe breaking it up will make me feel a little better about it.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Anyway, this feels like a really short episode.
I know. I'm trying to think of more to say with it, but I don't know. It's hard when we didn't finish it. I don't know. There were parts of me that wish that I had, and I know that you're going to power through it. I don't think that I will be joining you in that. Let me know how it is. I would like all the spoilers when you're done with it. But
okay. I will give you all of the spoilers.
And I think partially it may have been my fault kind of for not liking it too, because every dragon book that I read, I hold to a certain standard because of Fourth Wing, and that's just not fair. Because that book is just so good. So I need to not do that going forward.
That's fair.
Because I knew this one was younger, they were younger kids, again, kind of like they are in Fourth Wing, and they're, going through classes and stuff like that. So it's like, maybe, and that's on me. I don't know. We tried.
We did. We did try. We gave it a solid effort. It's our first DNF and 24 episodes. I think that that's not a terrible ratio.
No.
And
I was wondering what that was as well. Do you have a ghost?
I don't know. That freaked me out, though.
That was weird.
Good lord. Okay.
I'm just watching it now. Like, there's somebody
know.
out there.
I know. I would hope not. I mean, maybe the neighbor walked past with like a flashlight, but even that, it looked like it was right behind me.
Yeah, it did. I don't know. I feel like if there was somebody out there, your dogs would bark. No.
I mean, they're in the room, so we can record.
We know that.
I don't know. It was weird. Anyway, I'm just gonna pretend I'm not haunted. Everybody listening to this episode's probably so confused. Something white passed behind me. I don't know.
It was weird. I can tell you that. It took up a decent amount of your window. So.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Well, sorry everybody for the short episode this week. And if you did get through the book, thank you for reading along with us. I'm sorry that we couldn't offer you a bit better of an episode this week.
Leave it in the comments if you finished it and what you thought of it, please. Because if I'm wrong or we're wrong, I guess, whatever, tell me so I can be like, damn, all right, I'll go back and finish it.
Yeah. I'm not going to pull my bookmark out quite yet, but
I love that that's like, I'm absolutely done as the bookmark comes out because I'm kind of the same way. I'm not putting it back on the bookshelf. Like,
yeah, no, because I'll forget about it. And then I'll lose that bookmark, and that's the cute one that you got me. So.
That was a shitty ass heart.
I was going to say, I have to do it like this. I can't do it the other way.
I can do it both ways. I've been trying to teach Penny. She can't at all, but I've been trying.
Aww.
Anyway, thank you all for joining. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah.
We will see you all next week.
Bye, everybody.
Well, I lost my mouse.
Oh. Wait. No. Bye, everybody.